Sky Guardian, you ask, can we start landing now? You definitely want to be here for the meditation, and it's longer today. Yes, definitely. I'd love to include you on this meditation that you've shared with us. If you are interested in staying, we'll be doing a meditation for the next 45 minutes. It's the longest meditation we've ever done, but it comes with precisely this warning that it is long, and you are not expected to stay for the whole thing, but it will be amazing. Sky Guardian has assured me this. It was recorded live from his Guru's satsang today, and it was on healing trauma. And so it's very deep, very intricate. I think it'll be a kind of life-changing meditation for all of us who are dealing with trauma. Trauma is a very important thing in life, and coming to healing it is even more important. So there'll be chanting, there will be affirmations. The audio is a little muffled, but if you turn your volume up and I turn mine down, then you should be able to hear it nonetheless. I'll mute my microphone too. So the chanting that will be a part of it is here. It is pronounced like, let's wait till the gift from Linda appears. And thank you, Linda, for those 35 roses. Radhe Radhe Shishyasteham Shadhimam Tvam Prapanam. Very simple. And besides all the diacritics and whatnot, here is another way of transliterating it, which might be easier for you. Shishyasteham Shadhiman Tvam Prapanam. And please come and go as you like. That's not the translation, that's just an affirmation, because I'm sure in the course of these 45 minutes, many people will come and wonder what's happening. So I've put some descriptions there, and you all can help those who are interested too. So without further ado, I'm going to minimize the background music. It seems to have stopped anyway, just on time, and Mataji is gone, so I'm going to close her as well. Bye, Mataji. But just before, I also want to thank Isabella for your tiny and your heart me. Thank you. Yippee! And Cat Lady, thank you for your quintet of roses and a rosa. Radhe Radhe. Thank you, Bob, for your rose. And Babisu, thank you for your pair of finger hearts. I thank you now that I have a moment, because I will be otherwise occupied for the next 45 minutes with all of you who want to engage in this meditation. Okay, I've downloaded the meditation, and I'm going to press play now. Namaste, everyone.
The theme for today's meditation actually is suggested by a video I just published. In fact, I was really surprised by the response to this video. It was about dealing with emotional issues for those on a spiritual path.
I don't know if you hear it, but I don't hear it.
You might know that.
There we go. It was just very quiet. I'll turn it up even more for you.
The theme for today's meditation actually is suggested by a video I just published. In fact, I was really surprised by the response to this video. It was about dealing with emotional issues for those on a spiritual path. You might know that some spiritual teachers tend to downplay the need to directly address emotional problems. But according to Shankaracharya and others, it's crucial to address emotional issues because they form obstacles to the process of spiritual growth. So in that context, the video I just published last week dealt with a very curious but important topic taught by Puja Swami Tadatmananda. He gave it an interesting name, combining a common English psychological term with Sanskrit. He called his technique Maha-Validation. And it's a very significant term. Most of you know what psychological validation means. Most people, especially people struggling with emotional issues, they feel a sense of, I'm not okay. There's something wrong with me. They have a negative self-judgment. And validation is what happens when you meet. So suppose they go to a psychologist or a counselor. And the counselor, this is a very interesting point. The counselor may use a variety of different therapeutic techniques, but the most therapeutic technique used by the therapist is simply, to use their language, unconditional regard. That's the language used by psychologists. Unconditional regard means that the psychologist or counselor tells you and treats you like a good person. You're not defective. You're 100% okay. This is validation. Unconditional regard is their term, but it means the message from the therapist is you are okay, you are a good person. That's called validation, and that is surprisingly therapeutic. Regardless of whatever technique that the therapist may or may not use, that unconditional regard is arguably the most important part of that therapeutic session. Then, if getting the validation of a psychologist is helpful, you would think, and it's true, that getting validation from close friends is even better. And it's even better because they really know you. The psychologist, especially in your first few sessions, the counselor doesn't know who you are. It takes time to build knowledge and build a relationship. But suppose you share your problems with an old friend, how do you feel? And this is so significant because your friend may not have any answers to your problems. Your friend just listens and says, like the counselor does early on. But that's therapeutic because you are receiving this unconditional regard from your friend. You're getting validation. And then suppose it's not just a friend, it's a dear one. A family member that you love very much, a family member who knows you better than anyone else. You share your problems with that family member, and that family member, no doubt, gives you a big hug. Validation. Even stronger. Now look at the sequence. From a psychologist or counselor who's a relative stranger, to a friend who's much closer to you, to a family member who's much closer to you. Suppose we take it one more step to Ishvara. You share your problems in prayer or meditation. You open up your heart, so to speak, to Ishvara in prayer and meditation. And who is most intimately connected to you? Ishvara is more connected to you than the therapist, than the friend, and even than your family member. Arguably, Ishvara is the one who is within you. None of the others are within you as your essential nature. So this is why Puja Swamiji called it Maha-Validation, to suggest that it's even more powerful than the kind of validation you get from a counselor, a friend, or even an intimate family member. And it is amazingly healing and effective. If you want to learn a little more about it, I think there's one of my videos on a course in meditation is on this topic. Also, the most recent video I just published. You can find all that on my YouTube channel. But now, let's take it a step further. Validation is healing, it's effective, but if you have particular problems, if you have, especially if you are on a path of spiritual growth and you are finding some obstacles, you're finding that you're not making the kind of progress that you would like to be making, and you need some spiritual advice, will you get spiritual advice from the therapist? No. Will you get spiritual advice from your friend? You might, but it might or might not be good advice, depending on who your friend is. Will you get spiritual advice from your family member? Probably not. But here's a very interesting perspective, and this is the perspective for today's meditation session. Suppose you choose, by the way, this process of Maha-Validation can be done with any aspect of Ishvara. Many of you will have an Ishta Devata, a chosen favorite form of God that you use for your prayer and meditation, which is wonderful. But in this discussion, it turns out that there's a special value in focusing on Shri Krishna. And let me explain. That value is twofold. One is, I think of all the deities, there's, what a funny expression. Which deity do you feel like you would like to cuddle? In Krishna Janmashtami, we see these pictures of Bala Krishna, Lord Krishna as a little baby, and so cute. I think there is a kind of very attractive nature to Sri Krishna, not just as Bala Krishna, but in any form. You know, the stories of his being with the gopis, and there's so many of his very intimate stories when he's talking to Arjuna, when he's talking to Uddhava, very intimate stories, which make Sri Krishna perhaps uniquely well suited for this Maha-Validation. But there's something further. I just said you won't get spiritual advice from a therapist friend. And even if you're just sharing in meditation, meditating on your Ishta Devata, or even meditating on Sri Krishna is not going to come into your mind during meditation and start giving you spiritual instruction. It doesn't work that way. I mean, there may be a few, if Sri Krishna enters the mind of a great saint and gives instruction, that's one thing. If Sri Krishna enters the mind of someone suffering from tremendous emotional stress, it might be mental illness, right? This is no joke. This happens to people, and I meet many such people. So when Sri Krishna enters the mind of a great saint, that we can accept. If Sri Krishna enters the mind of someone who is suffering from mental illness, that's another matter altogether. So the point I'm making is, how does Sri Krishna give us spiritual advice? And what I'm suggesting is, don't expect Sri Krishna to show up, so to speak, in your meditation and start giving you instructions. That's not how it works. How does it work? It's called the Bhagavad Gita. This is where you receive Sri Krishna's spiritual instruction. It's so obvious. Don't wait for him to show up more in your dreams. Don't wait for Sri Krishna to show up in a meditation or in your dreams. Shri Krishna is already present on your bookshelf. Why do you leave him on your bookshelf? He deserves a little more than that. Pull that Bhagavad Gita book off the bookshelf, and here is an opportunity to receive wonderful, both emotional advice and spiritual advice from Shri Krishna. But you have to make that effort to open that book and to study the book, watch, read commentaries, watch my videos, whatever it is, whatever works for you, you will find that advice from Shri Krishna. Not in dreams, not in meditation, but from the Bhagavad Gita. And there's one particular verse that shows both of these elements, that shows Shri Krishna's powerful presence for that Maha-Validation, and simultaneously shows Shri Krishna's presence as Jagat Guru, as the teacher of us all, of the one who can give us the best spiritual wisdom. It's a favorite verse. We've actually used a full verse for meditation before. It's the setting, of course, is the second half of chapter 1. And in the beginning of chapter 2, Arjuna pours out his heart. He is in bad shape. He's having an emotional meltdown, and he is sharing all of his problems and concerns with Shri Krishna. At the conclusion of that portion of the dialogue, we come to this is one of my favorite verses from the Bhagavad Gita, where Arjuna really opens up his heart to the maximum, and he tells, this is Arjuna's words, not Shri Krishna's words. Arjuna says, Karpanya dosha upahata svabhava. He admits that my mind is overcome by weakness. He's so emotional meltdown, really. And he says, Prichami tvam dharma samudha cheta. He says, I'm confused. Dharma samudha cheta. My mind is not clear about what is the path of dharma. Should I stay on the battlefield and fight, or should I withdraw from the battle so I don't have to fight against my relatives? And he says, Prichami tvam. So I ask you, Shri Krishna, yat shreyaha syat. What is best? Nishchitam bruhitan me. Tell me that very clearly. What is best? What should I do? Should I stay on this battlefield, or should I depart? This is a very anguished moment for Shri Krishna, for Arjuna, and it's a very moving verse in the Bhagavad Gita. If you want to look at it when you get home, chapter 2, verse 7. And then he concludes, Shishyasteham. I am your Shishya, your student. Shadhima, teach me. Tvam prapannam, the one who has fallen at your feet. And that's literally true, because at this point, Shri Krishna has thrown down his bow and arrows, and he's already fallen to the seat of the chariot at the end of chapter 1, and now at the feet of Shri, he has fallen to the seat of his chariot at the end of chapter 1. And here he is at the feet of Shri Krishna, begging for spiritual advice. This verse in general I find so moving, because it conveys both of these elements, turning to Shri Krishna for Maha-Validation, prayerful healing, we can call it. Maha-Validation is a kind of emotional healing you receive in prayer and prayerful meditation. And then the other side is the receptivity for spiritual guidance, for spiritual teaching. Both of these are conveyed in this lovely verse. We're going to use the last part of the verse, the last line of the verse. We're going to repeat it for the sake of meditation. So the meaning once again. Aham, I am te shishyaha. I am your student. Aham, I, te shishyaha. I am your student. Shadhi mam, teach me. Tvam prapannam, the one who is surrendered, tvam, unto you. So this is such a beautiful line. We've used it for meditation before. And we'll use it here today. We'll recite it in a prayerful manner in meditation, using it like a mantra. It's not a mantra, but the meaning of it is so wonderful. And it evokes certain emotions. We can certainly recite it as a mantra for our meditation. Okay, with that we can begin our meditation. You'll need to push the button that says meditation. At the outset, you can close your eyes, please. Take a deep breath. Take a moment to get settled down. We begin with a sankalpa, in which we acknowledge the fact that we have complicated, busy lives with lots of unresolved problems. We don't want to be distracted by our worldly concerns as we're meditating. So right now, we can give ourselves permission to set aside all of our worldly problems and dedicate ourselves exclusively to this meditation just for the next 20 minutes. We'll continue with a brief exercise to concentrate our attention and relax our bodies. Start by turning your attention to your feet. Become aware of any pressure. Now, become aware of the sense of pressure as your feet press down upon the floor. Be aware of the firmness of the floor beneath you. And notice any other sensations in your feet. Touch of your clothing, warmth, coolness. And finally, notice if there's any tension in the muscles of your feet and let go of that tension. Excuse me. Then turn to your ankles and calves. Again, become aware of sensations, pressure, touch of your clothing, warmth, coolness. Notice any tension in your ankles and calves and let go of that tension. Then your knees and thighs in the same way. Become aware of sensations. For example, notice the weight of your hands or arms where they rest. Be aware of sensations and let go of any tension. Now, the trunk of your body. Feel the weight of your body pressing down on the seat. Feel the firmness of the seat beneath you. Let go of any tension. Your lower back and stomach together. Let go of any tension. Your upper back and chest. Notice the touch of your clothing that hangs on your body. Relax muscles of your shoulders, upper arms and elbows. Relax muscles of your forearms, wrists, hands, palm, fingers, right up to your fingertips. Relax muscles of your neck, head, face, all of your body. We'll begin by chanting Om 3 times, quite softly, and be sure to match my pitch. We'll recite that line softly, out loud at first, then softly, finally in silence, using these lovely words of Arjuna to lead us to that place of Maha-Validation where we feel Shri Krishna's unconditional acceptance for us as we are, with all of our problems and shortcomings. And in addition to that Maha-Validation, we also open ourselves to Shri Krishna for spiritual advice in the form of his teachings found in the Bhagavad Gita. Listen and repeat at first. Shishyas Teham Shakimam Tvam Prapannam. Repeat. Shishyas Teham Shakimam Tvam Prapannam. Listen. Shishyas Teham Shadimam Tvam Prapannam. Shishyasteham Shadimam Tvam Prapannam. Listen. Shishyasteham Shadimam Tvam Prapannam. Shishyasteham Shadimam Tvam Prapannam. Shishyasteham Shadimam Tvam Prapannam. Shishyasteham Shadimam Tvam Prapannam. Shishyasteham, I am your student. Shadimam, teach me. Prapannam, surrendered at your feet. Listen and repeat one more time. Shishyasteham Shadimam Tvam Prapannam. Repeat. Shishyasteham Shadimam Tvam Prapannam. Listen. Shishyasteham Shadimam Tvam Prapannam. Shishyasteham Shadimam Tvam Prapannam. Listen. Shishyasteham Shadimam Tvam Prapannam. Shishyasteham Shadimam together. Shiryasteham Sharadimam Tvam Prapannam. 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 Chant more softly now. Shiryasteham Sharadimam Tvam Prapannam. Shiryasteham Sharadimam Tvam Prapannam. silence. concludes our meditation. You can open your eyes. Very nice.
Alright, that concludes our meditation. Today is the longest meditation we've ever done. So thank you, Sky Guardian, for sending this from your guru today. It's very nice that we have such a private meditation extended to our Sangha as it was live in his Satsanga today. So thank you all for joining, even if it was just for a little bit. I'm happy to go through that with you. You loved this meditation, Dansuela? Oh, I'm happy to hear that.